Hello, welcome to another segment of the Methadone Dispenser tutorial. What I will be covering today is the most used feature of the software, and that is reporting and logs. These are audit logs that may come in very handy um, uh, when anybody wants to go back and see what prescription number has been dispensed, how much of the medication has been dispensed, when it was dispensed. Further to that, we also capture all flush routines and as well as calibration routines. And let's get into it. So what we'll do is that we'll go into reports and logs. So there's, as I mentioned before, there's three different categories of logs you can actually search against. So the first category that we're going to be using is a flush log. So the flush log is whenever you've actually run a flush routine, whether it's priming the motor or cleaning the pipes and pump and so forth. So all you have to do is just click on the flush log. And with flush logs, there is no date range. What it'll do is that when you hit on search, it'll just give you all the logs related to flush since you've started using the software. And once you see the various log entries, you can choose to print this. And in order to print, all we do is hit the print button and it brings up a report view of things. And you can either choose to preview the report before you want to print, or you can actually command a print, in which case you get a print dialog and you just print the pages that you're interested in. So this is all about flushing the system. Let's go with calibration. So with calibration, it's almost the same routine that you would run is you click on search and it tells you any logs that is captured against calibration. And what the summary tells us is that done run the calibration routine twice, and the total volume of the liquid that we've calibrated for the two times that we've done the calibration is a total of 10 mils. So again, we can, from the screen, do a print, preview or print, and so forth. The third category that I would like to cover is the prescription number search. So whenever you select a prescription number search, you have to provide a date range, the start date and the end date that you would like to conduct a search. The one special character that we use is an asterisk, and what that character resembles is just give me everything within that range. So if I select everything and I click on search, and let me get the date range correct. There we go. So in this date range, I have two entries, and from here again, we get a summary of the totals, and I can choose to print or preview the report. Now I can also go and narrow down and be very specific. So I can enter 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, which is a prescription number over here, and I can conduct a search and it'll give me the same record. So you can only do a very specific transaction or prescription number, or you can do everything within a specific date range. And just to prove that the prescription number works, let's do a search over here. Come back to the prescription number, and I believe it was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I can do a search, and there we go. So hopefully this gave you an idea on how to use the reporting and logging routine, where you can actually do a very narrow and specific search of audit logs that you may require to print. One of the most beneficial category that we've seen that has become very widely used and useful is the calibration logs. Auditors and compliance officers usually would like to come and ask, oh, okay, you're using a methadone dispenser, and can you show us when it was last calibrated? And this is a perfect report that you can actually produce and actually hand over to the compliance officer or an auditor to say, here's a calibration routine and how many times the system has been or the dispenser has been calibrated. Okay, so thank you for watching. And we will have additional videos that we'll be uploading. Should you like more information on the methadone dispenser, you can choose to visit our website at www.methadonedispenser.com or send us an email at info@methadonedispenser.com. Thank you for joining us.